Mike Lindsley back with you for an ML Sports Take. It's all brought to you by our great friends at Tiny Bubbles Laundromat, Brewerton, Ace Hardware, and Rosie's Corner. You know, if you look at the Buffalo Bills on both sides of the ball up front, I think they've upgraded. I really do. I think the offensive line, I know you lose Feliciano, a guy who a couple of years ago was your Swiss Army knife, could play guard, could play left guard, could play center. He's now playing center for the New York Giants. You cut Williams, who had a nice 2-year run with the Bills. But here's the thing, man. Roger Saffold is, I think, just about an elite guard. Whether he plays on the left side, I think, which is his normal position, or the right, it just, to me, doesn't matter. You tender Ryan Bates, and all of a sudden, off we go. You've got Deion Dawkins right into Saffold, into Mitch Morse, into, obviously, or I should say Ryan Bates maybe is on that left side, or Bates is on the right side, however it goes. And then you've got Spencer Brown on the right side. So it's just a matter of who plays where in terms of the left and guard position between Saffold and Bates. Then on the other side, despite the fact that the Bills still need that wreak havoc defensive end, they have a lot of nice rotational pieces across the board. Ed Oliver, AJ Epinesa, Boogie Basham, Greg Rousseau, blah, blah, blah. Well, now they've added Tim Settle, and they've added DaQuan Jones, and they've added him for cheaper than Harrison Phillips. So it's basically a double whammy, less money, and guys who, for my money, are incredibly valuable from an agility standpoint and from an overall standpoint. They have just a tremendous skill set for the defensive line. And here's another big thing, too. No disrespect to Harrison Phillips. And I know that some people might think, prisoner of the moment, you're just saying this because he's gone, he's not on our team anymore. But that's not at all what I'm saying. I'm saying this because it's true. Harrison Phillips at the back end of last year was outstanding. He was great. And that's why he was able to command and get the money he did from the Minnesota Vikings. However, if you give me Jones with a one tech and you give me the Tim Settle signing, you give me those two guys compared to Harrison Phillips from the overall resumes of their career, what they've done and what the potential is for 2022, I would take Settle and Jones in a heartbeat over Harrison Phillips, because this is the NFL. This is sports. People figure things out. Harrison Phillips might drop a little bit in production. We've seen that before, where the Bills give a huge contract to somebody and they come back just a little bit. So let's see what happens here. But I would, right now on paper, for my money, I would take what Brandon Beane has done on that defensive line, with twofold addition over Harrison Phillips, paying him about $20 million over the duration of that contract. And on the O-line, I mentioned, I just think it's an unbelievable upgrade. I think the Bills have actually right now on paper one of the best offensive lines in the National Football League. ML Sports Take here, brought to you by Stanley Law Offices, Bowers & Company, CPAs, and our good friends at Byrne Dairy. If you are in and around Central New York, a plethora of locations for Byrne Dairy. Go get the chocolate milk, the delicious ice cream, and donuts in the morning on your way to work. And oh, by the way, hot and cold food for both lunch and dinner, including pizza, and gas up your vehicle at Byrne Dairy, a proud ML Sports Platter sponsor. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.